It's about 23 after 7.
Yeah.
You're on.
Oh, we're on.
We're on. Hey, everybody! Surprise! We didn't know he started.
Well, microphone.
Welcome to our June episode?
June.
That's what she said. Can you believe it's June? I can't.
June
believe
is busting out all over.
It is. Can you hear the birds? I can hear the birds, and I love it. We're at Nicole's house today. Something different.
Yes.
So we're outside
together
Nicole's
now.
All
patio.
together again.
Yeah,
Yay.
very cool. Today is a special day. Today is Juneteenth, right?
Juneteenth.
Very cool. A lot of
Yes.
businesses did not close today. My job was off today, which I
Well,
was
I
grateful
Thanks,
asked
for.
my
closed,
daughter,
yeah.
and she said it's a new federal holiday, and so
A lot
they
of people
gave
don't observe.
businesses a little bit of slack when it came to easing it into their schedules.
Okay,
But people had the option of not going to work. I mean,
Oh,
I'm
that's
still
cool.
being paid. Yeah.
that's nice.
Yeah.
I was grateful for the day off because, I
Yeah.
actually just,
me too.
and I'm ashamed about this, but I actually just learned about Juneteenth not that long ago. I didn't know what it was. I didn't learn this in school.
Oh,
I don't think it exists.
Nobody did.
Yeah.
yeah. And I mean, those slaves in Texas, the Civil War had ended a little while before anybody told them that they weren't slaves anymore.
Wow.
So, it's a big deal.
That is.
It was a little thing on PBS explaining what it is.
Oh,
and
nice.
That's cool.
just the history behind
Yeah.
it.
Everybody should watch
I
that
thought it
because I
was
know a
very
lot of people are
educational.
not educational, right?
Right.
I'm
you-
sure that will be. I'm sure that program is outlawed in Florida at this time.
Yeah, there's like a circus going on in Florida right now.
Did you see though what they were doing, what they did in Reading for Juneteenth?
I
Besides
did
having a
not. I
parade?
wasn't here.
Well, I really wanted to go and then I missed the date. I thought it was going to be over the weekend, but it was actually Tuesday, I think, last Tuesday.
Oh.
Between,
Early.
between the hours of 1 and 5, you could go to City Park, bring your own chair, and sit and just look in the face of a black American. You weren't supposed to have a conversation.
Just
No.
You
stare
were
at them.
supposed to sit
Wow.
there and look at each other in the eyes. And
I
guess
can't
you
do
could
that
have
with
conversation.
anybody.
The next,
Nobody.
but
at
the
all.
next day,
Don't do that.
but the next day, they had a follow through at the at the Goggle Works,
The same thing.
and people came in and talked about their experiences and how it felt, and
That's
how
powerful.
it was very powerful.
To
And-
stare into anybody's eyes like that is
and
like
how
really a strong
uncomfortable
thing.
they were. One of the men that they interviewed
Facts.
was a black man, and he said, I was really uncomfortable because white people tend not to want to look me in the face, not want to look me in the eyes.
Wow.
And he said I was really uncomfortable. It was just such a breakthrough. I thought it was a very
That's
brave
sad.
thing to do.
I knew
And,
nothing about this. How
I
did
didn't
you
hear about this at
it?
all.
It was in
Isn't
the-
that sad?
Because we don't have the paper.
Do you know where I did find out
But
about
we'll
it?
touch on that in a minute.
In the new BCTV 4 o'clock.
Okay, there we go.
have
Right now we're going to touch on
expanded,
it.
And
Excellent.
where it says read more, I pressed that, and it had all the different things
See,
that
that's
were
what
going
the
to happen.
city needs.
What's it
Good.
called? The Hub, right?
It's called The Hub. It's free. It's email. You can get it every day at 4 o'clock. It comes
Oh,
out.
nice.
I love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
So who started
We'll
that?
have to do
Heather at BCTV?
Heather
Adams?
is she's been working with people from the state, and I think even from out of state, who are facing the same problems that we face with having a substandard newspaper as far as print coverage is
To
concerned.
put it loosely.
And so they've been trying to, there are places all over the country that groups are getting together and trying to figure out other ways to get local news out
Yes.
to the people because it's so important.
Yes.
It is
And
important.
See, now something like that,
Yeah.
though. I knew nothing about it. No one that I worked with.
They've gotten some grants. So encourage people, if you're watching and you're not signing up for bctv.org, the Hub is their 4 o'clock email newspaper, comes out every weekday. at
I
4
need to
o'clock.
sign up for that myself.
Yeah,
I didn't
will
know
do.
anything about this.
Yep.
Very cool.
And if you have local news that you want put on there, you contact BCTV, talk to
Wow.
Heather,
I
and
love
she'll
that.
help you get it
Very
on.
cool.
That's amazing. That's good because we need that with the
Something new and
absence of
exciting
like a real
happening in
newspaper.
Reading.
You know, we have Berks
Whoa.
Weekly that tries to keep up, but that's like a small scale paper. You know, they have not grown yet, and they're growing there, but you know, it takes time to develop a good paper.
Yeah.
But if we get the news, the Eagle every day, and we pay what, over $1,200 a year?
Whew.
Wow,
Oh,
About the
Okay.
same price for the
it's
New
like
York Times.
$100. That's insane. That's a lot
$100 a month?
for a paper like that.
Oh, to
Like,
get
that's
it
not
every
even-
day.
Mhm.
We did
All
it
8
for
pages of it.
yeah. we did it for a while when we moved in here, where we were getting it just on Sundays, and they called us again to renew, and they're like, "All right, it's time to renew," and I went, "No, thank you."
Not today.
And the guy's like, "Why not?" And I said, "Because there's nothing of value in this paper. Like I signed up to support the local paper, but I said I don't think
But
it's
there's not
actually
much of a
supporting
paper.
Well, I don't think it's supporting anything local. I think it's
Right.
supporting a larger organization that has bought this up for their own uses and their own means, and it's not conducive to what Reading needs." So I said, "We're done. No, thank you. Don't send me any more bills. Don't call me."
well, we used to get
Yeah.
the TV Guide, coupons. The Sunday
Everything.
paper used to be
Fat.
ridiculously thick.
Yes.
And then
Tiny.
I used to work at a
Exactly.
gas station, and every Sunday I would
Yeah.
dread Sundays
Oh.
because I was on that stack of
Those
papers.
fat stacks,
I was like,
yeah.
oh my god, these papers
Yeah.
are up to my
Yeah.
head.
The reason that I hate
newspaper.
to not get it, frankly, is because of the obituaries.
I know. I used to be obsessed with reading those.
But a friend of
Every
mine
single
said the
day
other
for
day,
years
yeah,
and
he said
years.
I stopped, and actually, he was a reporter for the Reading Eagle. He stopped getting the Reading Eagle because he was so disgusted about what happened with it. He said, but now I'm embarrassed. He said, every once in a while, and he's about my age, he said, every once in a while I'll run into somebody and say, oh, hey, yeah, and how is so-and-so? I haven't seen him for a while. And I go, oh, he died.
Oh no.
And he said, and then I feel really bad because I
This is why I don't ask about people.
don't have the obituaries.
Like, if you want to tell me, that's fine, but I'm not asking for them. I'm sorry if I seem inconsiderate, but you're gonna have to tell me about them.
I'm not asking because
I'm
I don't
not
care.
asking because I don't care. I just don't want to know if anybody died. Please don't tell me. I'm scared to death of finding out. Seriously, I'll be so sad. I know. I'm out of control. Well, listen. This has been a really busy month. This is also Pride Month,
Yes.
right? So, Pride Month. Did we go to any festivities? I know there was like Pride in Lidditz.
The other thing that the
There was-
newspaper would have told us all
would
the
have.
and they
where
are
it is.
We'll
carrying
hear it going forward on
articles
the hub.
about them after they happen.
Right. Afterwards.
Right.
Well, the
Yeah.
Art on the Avenue had a lot in West Reading,
Yes.
and the LGBT Center had their pub crawl
Yeah.
2 weeks
Cool.
ago. I was out there.
I
for
think I
that,
got
too.
stuck in that traffic.
I'm going to Schuylkill County on Saturday for their Pride
Oh,
event.
Nice.
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 That's fun.
Wow.
Yeah.
I joined the Free Mom Hugs group on
I
Facebook.
love that.
Free Mom
Yes.
So Free Mom Hugs is basically
Yeah,
a group
I
that
wanna
goes
get
to
a
these
t-shirt.
events.
Yeah.
And you wear a
Uh-huh.
shirt, Free Mom Hugs, and basically anybody that needs it or wants a hug, you know, because some of these
love
kids have been
that.
shunned by their families and
Right.
all they want is acceptance. So you're just there, you accept them, you give them the hug that they may need or have been without for so long. And I haven't been able to go to any events yet, but I like following them
That's great.
and seeing what they're doing.
I love
They're
that.
doing great
Yeah.
work. Yeah, I appreciate it because as a mom, that's, you know, hugs are healing.
Yeah.
And, you know, I think that that's an important thing. Kind of staring each other in the eyes is also connecting
Yeah.
and embracing. And,
Yeah.
so it's a great group to be a part of. And I like that it's growing and there's more and more moms joining every day. And
Nice.
it makes me
That's
happy.
great.
Makes me very happy.
I love that. And you know what's funny is like I am like only recently becoming that way because I'm very standoffish. and I usually blame that on being from New York, but like that's not really a New York thing. Everyone's like, oh, in New York you don't make eye contact and stuff. But Rusty's not like that. but I think too like you know people like that. I know you do.
Oh, yes.
You have to. We all do. But Yeah, so like, unless somebody makes direct eye contact with me and starts speaking to me, I'm probably not. I'm going to look right through them. Like that's just, and I don't mean that to be rude, but
No,
I don't really have
no,
anything
I
to
don't
say
think
unless
that's
somebody
rude.
has something to say to me. If that makes sense.
Well, there
Yeah.
are times when eye contact can be very dangerous.
Yeah, I've been there. I like my
Well,
natural.
That's why I was always
Well,
told
like
you
that.
don't look at anybody
Yeah.
on the sidewalk or anything.
My natural inclination, I think it's just from years of being a teacher, is to make eye contact and connect because
Oh boy.
non-verbally I can say a lot to a student.
That's true.
You know, it can be like you can do this, or it can be like, don't even think about it. You know? So, eye contact is very important in my game, but there have been times where I put my eyes down, I barrel through, and I put off the aura of don't come near me.
Don't mess with me.
There's venom,
saw that
and I
once.
will sting.
When some kid chastised David at the hay stack in the corn cob acres.
Oh, really?
A
Don't
little
mess with my kids.
David was climbing up a thing, and this kid like told him to get down or something. Called what? Like her head spun like Beetlejuice. It was hilarious. She like she turned into a straight up.
Don't
pit
you
bull.
tell my kid what to do.
She did. Oh my god! I was like,
Yep.
I was like, holy cow. So if you want to ever see Nicole's ugly side, tell her kid something.
Or just cross me. Just
Or
cross.
just yeah, in general.
There have been plenty of students in the day where I have just destroyed them.
I love it. That's what my sister-in-law is. She was a teacher for a lot of years. Now she's a principal. I can't even imagine what she's like now. And she's imposing. She's like 6 feet tall.
Wow.
She's a big woman, and she looks down at me because she's so tall. Like she doesn't need to look down at him, but she's taller than everybody.
I feel like I'm a corgi. Most of
corgi?
the time, I'm happy-go-lucky,
Right.
cute little butt. But you cross me, I'll bite your ankles.
Right.
That's hysterical. What kind of dog are you, Martha?
Oh, wow. I went with a tail. I
What?
think it would be great
Oh
to have
my
a,
goodness,
It'd
yeah.
be great to have
I
a
love
tail.
when the
Wow.
dog's excited and
Also
just
that you
whipping
could
around.
indicate that I'm not wagging my tail. Did you notice? I'm not wagging my tail at you, so beware. Hey,
I love
just
it.
heard the greatest thing about
You could
dog.
communicate with a tail if you had one.
There was an automobile accident in Idaho, and there was a Shetland sheepdog in the car.
They're pretty.
It ran away.
Oh.
Couldn't find it. 3 days later, they found it. It had found a sheep ranch, and it was herding sheep.
And it was hard.
It found the
It
home.
was doing its thing. It was a very
hysterical.
happy dog.
So that's like in their brains, in their
Yeah.
blood. That's
Oh.
like ingrained in them.
That stuff has been built into their breed character
Yeah,
for
so
so
weird.
long.
It's
Like
amazing
that was a
to
pet.
watch
How do
them.
they know
Yeah.
that? Like how does he know how to herd?
Well, most of the dogs that we have today as pets were bred to, like,
For that.
all the terriers. So terriers are
I don't
hunters.
know anything about dogs.
Yeah, well,
Except that they bark and they
sorry,
jump.
this is ag teacher jumping out. But, like, all
Like,
the terriers
Dogs are not
were-
my forte.
were
but
built
I
to
like them
hunt
from afar.
rats and small vermin on a farm. And then your sheepdogs, they were bred to be herders. Like my aunt and uncle had a blue heeler for years, and you'd go over to their house for a party, and if you were standing in a group, eventually you would find yourselves shoulder to
Getting
shoulder
closer and closer.
because the dog was very subtly going around you and herding you in. He did that all the time, and you were just like, why are we suddenly right next to
Right
each
up.
other?
I didn't know dogs did that.
Yeah,
That's so
there's
funny.
cool stuff. Dogs, I mean, what we have done
I'm
to
not
the
really
wolf.
around them like that.
Yeah, dogs are cool, man. Dogs are cool.
They can be.
It's so funny when you were talking about looking at people's faces. If I'm walking down the street and there's a dog,
I will
like
cross
somebody's
the
walking
street.
a dog. Oh no, I'm talking to
I'm
the
to the
dog.
dog.
I'm
Right,
talking,
exactly.
like I
Not me.
can't even
I have
tell
to
you
cross
who
the
the heck
street.
is walking.
Right.
I couldn't give two craps less about the person other than,
Right?
will you give me permission to
Right.
pet your dog? Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Yeah.
But I look right to the dog. My daughter is the same way. Our neighbor, they built a pond. I have to say again, our neighbors are amazing. And our neighbor Jen.
These neighbors.
Yeah,
behind
they're
Barry.
great.
Hi, Barry.
She's
behind
so
the
sweet.
camera, you can't see him.
She'll go, Lizzie, do you want to come over and see the pond? And they're hatching frogs.
They have a pond.
So, yeah,
I want to
and
go over and see the pond.
it's so cute. The tadpoles are about this big now,
Wow.
and they still have their tails, but their legs have come out. So Lizzie's up there, and I'm out here like weeding and cleaning, and all of a sudden she like squeals, and I think, oh, is she okay? It's a squeal of pure happiness, and she's got this little glass bowl thing, and she goes, "Mommy, you gotta say this!" And she comes running over, sits down, and has this little glass bowl, and there is this like big fat tadpole in there.
Oh my
and
gosh.
and Jen goes, "They like to have their bellies rubbed," and I went, "What?" So Lizzie goes, "Okay." She just scoops the thing out, puts it on its belly, and she's going, "You like that, don't you?" And I'm like, and that tadpole, I swear, is just sitting there. It's like, yes.
It doesn't have to be in the water.
I mean, it can be out for a little while, but she's just like, she's petting this thing.
Wow.
She
I thought
loves
it was still
animals.
like, I'm
Like, they
sorry,
have to stay
I thought it was
aquatic.
like fish form.
Yeah.
Like
Well,
it didn't turn into a frog yet. It's still a little fish.
I think because it has its legs, it's getting to the point where
It
it
can breathe air now.
breathe air. Yeah.
Aw.
So they're cute. They're so cute.
I've never seen a tadpole.
And they still got like their weird tadpole face and their little like.
That's why I thought they were fish. I've only seen them on like
Thank
videos.
you. It's really good.
Kisses, right? Like little air kisses. I love
That's my
that.
tadpole face.
That's hysterical.
Nailed it.
I love it. Ask them if I can come by and see the fish one day. I mean, the
Anytime.
tadpoles.
Anytime.
Well, a fish. I don't know why I do that. It's because they don't have legs.
These ones do.
They have
They
legs.
do now. Yeah. So their legs will come out and then their tail will get absorbed and then they're a frog.
Oh my gosh.
And then at night it'll be great because we'll get to hear them like.
When I lived in Mexico, there must have been some kind of water around because we used to get frogs on our porch all the time.
Oh,
I had to
I love
call
it.
my roommate to get the magazine and scoop it away. Like, Brian, I can't go outside. There's a frog on the porch. It was awful.
You're afraid of frogs.
I'm not afraid of them, but I'm not walking past it either. Like, what if it chases me?
What if it chases me?
Like, if there was enough room, but this is a narrow porch that we're talking about. There was not really enough room for both of us to peacefully
Exist.
cross.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he had to take the magazine and he like flipped it out in the yard. They kept coming back, but Becca did it one day. she is afraid of frogs.
Is she really?
Oh, she hates frogs. And she opened the door and she was like, "Nope." She slammed it shut. Like, Brian, get the magazine.
We had
The frog is back.
we have toads. When the weather is just right where we live,
Toads.
we have toads. When we first moved there were a lot of toads, and they don't need water. They
dry.
just live underground
Is
until
that the difference between a frog and a toad?
There's a couple things,
The
yeah.
problem is that when you pick up a toad, it's
You get
defenses.
warts.
He exudes some kind of
Musk. Yeah,
and
kind of
we've
thing.
had a couple
get
Labradors that
smelly.
decided that they would taste them, and then it's like, no, I don't think so.
That's
Just
disgusting.
frothing at the mouth.
Yeah. Well, that's why. So like, toads. That's one of their
So
defense
upset.
mechanisms, and that's why some toads
Right.
you can lick them and like. It's a psychedelic effect.
Trip.
They
Just
turn into
say
a
it.
prince.
That's what they
Right.
do. No. Well, those ones you kiss when you lick them. It's something.
It's not.
There is absolutely no alcohol in this drink.
No, it's
I'm
not.
it's just
We
been a
have
while
some
since I've
weird
been around other
flavors
people.
today.
I like this. This
Your
is good.
Nicole is drinking
Oh,
guava.
that was different. Cherry
I have
blossom.
cherry blossom.
we'll
Martha
try
has
that one.
coconut, and Rusty
Yeah,
has coconut.
not coconut.
And I
Yeah.
think Barry has cherry blossom as well. I don't really know what it tastes like though. I can't understand.
Well, the
Maybe
whole
because I'm
point of
eating other
these,
stuff, too.
yeah, the whole point of these is like the ghost of a fart of flavor in them. So
It tastes like static
Right.
TV with the
Right.
flavor
Static
whispering
TV.
from
Right.
the other room. Somebody whispering the flavor. That's what somebody said on Facebook. I saw. They said it like LaCroix tastes like static TV with somebody whispering the
That's
flavor
fantastic.
from another room.
That's an excellent
It's perfect.
description.
That's really what it tastes like.
It is.
So whoever's
I'll take
whispering
that
my
one.
flavor is not whispering it loud enough. I'm not getting it.
it's not whispering.
I'm getting the static
A little louder, please.
flavor. I don't know what it tastes like. I don't know. We'll try it again. I have more at home, so we'll try it again at some point.
I swear, people who are like, I love LaCroix or love all of these.
You don't
I-
like them?
Well, I think when
You
they
like
like
'em, you
talk
tolerate
about
'em.
all the flavors, I think it's just because I think it's
Yeah,
like Taylor
that's
Swift. Everybody
coconut.
else likes Taylor Swift. So
They
do
got
too.
you.
Sunscreen.
It tastes like sunscreen.
It does. Coconut. That's what it made
Everything
me
coconut tastes like sunscreen.
It does taste
Coconuts
like
and bananas
tastes
taste
good.
like sunscreen.
Try it. You want to rub it on your nose?
That is a delightful SPF.
That's hysterical. I love it. So now you know that coconut flavor LaCroix tastes like sunscreen. And this one just tastes like static TV.
They're not going to pay us for
They're
their
not going to no sponsorship.
Somehow I think the sponsorship's not coming.
funded by LaCroix.
Oh my goodness.
Obviously.
It's, let's blame it on the M&Ms.
Something in here is getting me
It's the Parmesan
or
cheese.
peanut
the
butter.
Parmesan cheese.
It was delicious. Ladies, what are we doing for the summer? I see somebody's going on a Disney cruise today. I mean, not today.
Yeah, today we're
Right
leaving
now,
now.
after the show.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Yeah, we're I don't want to say when because I don't want people to
Right,
know when
right.
my house. But yeah, we will be going this summer on a Disney cruise.
Exciting.
I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited and nervous. I mean, I've cruised before, but I've never cruised with children,
Oh boy.
so the anxiety exists
That's
there.
a game changer. That's
Yeah.
definitely a game changer.
So I'm just nervous. We've been talking to the kids about, boat safety. Like just because
No
the
running,
rails are
no
there
jumping.
doesn't. Yeah, like so. I think Mom's gonna be a little like, but we're excited to be with our family, and we're gonna go down the day before, and we're going to the Kennedy Space Center for the day. So
That's fun.
Yeah, Dave's real excited about that. He loves space stuff, and so he's getting jazzed about that. And then Lizzie, my dad signed her up for this Bibbidi Bobbidi makeover thing.
Got the bun.
She gets to go and get her hair and
They
makeup
put
done
a
and do a
bun
little
in a
dress.
crown.
Yeah, I'm excited for that one.
I'm
So
excited now too.
it's gonna be good. So yeah, that's our big trip. But I'm working on. I try to fill the summer with little adventures for the kids. And
Can you take a couple clips that maybe we could show on our next
Yeah, happy to.
That'd
Happy
be
to.
fun.
I'll do a little Disney tour. We're going on the Wish, which is only a year old. So it's like a brand new ship. So
So
we've
nobody should have wrecked it by now.
we've been watching some videos. People do YouTube channels where they go on these vacations and do like a vlog.
I love watching
Uh,
this
yeah,
all the
yeah.
time.
So we were watching
Makes
this
me wanna go on
one
a trip
couple
somewhere.
go through and seeing all the things to do, and the kids have loved that. They're like, "Oh, we'll go here, we'll go there." So that's nice because they'll have like some spatial awareness, hopefully, when we get to the ship. But these ships are amazing. They're like crazy.
That's
There's this
beautiful.
huge staircase right in the center that goes up. It's the most ornate
like a
thing.
ballroom.
It is. And there's like a big bronze Cinderella statue right in the center. It's crazy stuff. People have too much money. They spend on
I love
things.
it.
So who all's going on this cruise?
Yeah.
It's us, the four of us, my parents, and my sister and her husband.
Did your
So-
parents just go on a Disney cruise?
No,
Or they went on a different cruise?
They went on a cruise of
Greek cruise.
Italy, Greece, and Turkey.
I remember. I
Wow.
thought about
Yeah,
Greece.
my
That's what I remember.
yeah, and I didn't realize this. I didn't know this, but this was my parents' first time out of the country ever.
That last trip?
This trip, they just
Wow.
went 3 weeks ago, something like that.
Did they love it?
They
must
loved it. They landed in Rome and spent 2 days there. And
That's
my mother's
romantical.
my mother's family is from
Rome?
Italy, not Rome specifically, but so she'd
likes
always
it.
wanted to see it. It was her dream. So they finally made it a reality, and
I love that.
she loved every minute of it. And they went to a couple islands in Greece, and then. At first, before she left, she was like, "I'm gonna go to Turkey," but she came back and she was like, "That was my favorite place."
I was going to say,
It
I've heard
was-
wonderful things about
It was gorgeous.
Yeah.
She's shown me pictures. So they had the trip of a lifetime. Yeah, they loved it, and it was I'm really happy for them, and I think it's important. I've always said it's important for you to get out of this country and see other places. And
now
here,
more than ever.
right, and here I didn't realize.
Yeah, really now more than ever.
Yeah, so I was talking to my sister about it, and I was like, wow, I wonder what their perspectives are going to be like when they come back from this.
What did they? How was they?
They
I
said
know
they
your
loved the
parents are
trip.
very conservative.
Very conservative. Super conservative.
So
Mine too.
They
That
they
gets
were
a point
they were
across.
good. They were good. So
good.
I don't. I don't know. Maybe it planted the
love that you're
seed of
still
something.
going on vacations with them. Like I can't even go to my Walmart
There
with my
are
father. He was
there are
embarrassed.
there are
So
strict
bad.
rules in place in our family on what we don't talk about. And if Timmy starts to bring it up, my sister and I turn on him very quickly.
No one in my family follows rules, so I can't do it. We're not going anywhere because everybody's embarrassing.
I slap
Myself
everyone in the
included.
place. Yeah. He tries and I go, Timmy. Oh, I'm sorry. I was just nope.
Nope,
Shut
don't
it.
want to hear it.
He moves on. He goes, let me buy the kids some ice cream, and I go, fine.
Go.
Like now that I riled your feathers, let's get the kids some ice cream.
Let's go do
Get
this.
me some
Get
ice
me
cream.
some ice cream. Fool.
Yeah.
People. But that's cool. I think you're gonna have a lot of fun on your trip.
Oh, I think it'll be wonderful.
I'm excited. Yeah, it'll be good. I think it's gonna be. This is the kids' first time on an airplane,
Hey,
on a ship. So there's a lot of firsts happening. It's gonna be their first time out of the country. I mean, we're going to Nassau, so it's not like they're really gonna experience another culture too much. But
still different.
yeah, I'm hoping that this ignites a little bit of a fire of travel for them too. I have a friend I went to college with. He and his wife have a little boy. He's like a year and a half now. And before they had him, they're big hikers. So over the summer, they'd pick a country to go hike in. They take him. So as a, 8-month-old last summer, they went into Germany and hiked with him. And this summer, they're planning theirs. I forget where they're going this summer. But I'm like, dude, that's awesome. You know, that kid is going to have such a great perspective of the world having done this. And you can share your love of hiking and the outdoors with him. I was like, that's
And
brilliant.
not only that, but I think you find out, especially if you have small children, that other countries have different attitudes about children. And I just, as I said, I'm kind of a Norway fan this summer. But I just saw a thing today that said in Norway, this was actually Iceland. In Iceland, we put our children out in their carriages and their prams and their strollers in the fresh
Outside.
air. And then we go inside. Or
Yeah.
we
I remember
aren't
we talked
sitting
about
around
that
them.
last time.
Uh-huh.
And it said,
I think that's insane.
So all the talk back was, aren't you afraid they'll be kidnapped? And they said, no, we don't do kidnapping in Iceland. It's very safe.
Right.
Children aren't stolen. There's almost no incidents at all of violence or stealing children or anything. And it showed all these pictures of, but I do remember that my mother talked about that she would do that when I was a baby. She would
Put you
put
outside.
my coach out front, or out and hoping somebody would take it, I think.
I'm glad you're still here.
I'm glad you're here.
But it didn't work.
But it is a shame. I think that sadly that our society has so brought our children. People are afraid to having their children play out in the yards, or they're afraid to walk down to
It's
the
a
corner. to
different
get ice
world.
cream.
It's a different,
And
yeah,
it's
like
very sad.
there's been enough that has happened where the stranger danger, I mean,
Yeah.
my generation especially, we grew up with the stranger danger commercials, right? And
For
that's, honestly, that's one of the reasons why we bought this house, is that the kids aren't going to play out front.
Right,
They're
right.
playing out here.
There's
And
nobody back here, so
right, and that was another thing. Like, we have no neighbors on the back. This
Right.
is it. But there's still there's always
Well,
a
I think
fear.
because of all the things that happen in this country,
Yeah,
yeah.
we worry.
we
And
worry.
Yeah.
I worry about my children. I worry about my daughter, especially.
Right.
You know, in this day and age, yeah.
We should put her in karate lessons.
Oh, trust me, that girl, she can mess you up.
She has a brother. She needs to learn how to do that.
yeah, and that's where it's from. She's very, like, she can be in her little dress and be like, look, it twirls. And then you cross her and she'll be like, I'll cut you.
She'll roll up that dress and tie it
yeah.
around her waist and come stomping.
And no one will believe you when they say it was me. She's fantastic
feisty.
in that way. She is feisty.
I love that. She gets that from you.
Yeah, she doesn't take anybody's command. It's fantastic. It's absolutely fantastic.
And she's so little too. Like that's what's funny about. Like she's fiery.
Spitfire.
She's
I love
4
it.
now.
But yeah,
If she didn't tell you, she told us.
She's
4
older.
now.
She's 4 now.
She's 4.
4 makes a difference. It was kind of a warning. I felt she was warning.
Four. So that 4 makes
Right?
a difference.
I'm 4.
Like, hey.
I'm 4
Yes.
now.
Don't mess with
Just wanted you to know.
I'm surprised she didn't turn it around because usually she'll then go, "And how old are you?"
Oh boy.
She did that to the optometrist the other day, and I'm like, "Honey, we don't do that."
We don't ask about that. That's so funny. I love it.
She's a cool kid.
She's cute. I didn't get to see her, but
I just
You
saw
went
the
to bed?
bathroom light go off, so she got a bath.
oh,
So her and Daddy are probably going in her room to read books and play.
they're getting ready for bed.
Yeah, she's obsessed with Little Mermaid right now. Obsessed.
I think the whole world is, and I think that's a great thing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I want to see the movie. I haven't seen
Saw it.
Did you?
It's cute. Yeah.
It looks cute.
It's
I saw
cute.
pictures and I saw like snippets of it, but I want to see it.
Yeah, we took her.
I
to
see all the
movie
little
theater.
girls all over social media singing in their little dresses. I love it. Wow.
So remember what
the
I said about it
battle
being a
cry.
really
Save
quiet
children,
neighborhood?
What is that, an owl? A T-Rex?
That was a patrol car.
You see how at one with nature I am? I thought it was a T-Rex.
It is the same neighborhood. There are cop cars all the time.
It's so funny. If we were at my house, I'm right before a light, and every cop car and ambulance and fire truck hits their siren right in front of my house.
Oh boy.
People have jumped out of their seats like, whoa!
Terrifying.
And I said, "Oh, they're coming up to the light." And I don't even hear
That's
it
so
anymore.
funny. You
But
get used to it.
Other people, I have friends who live out in the middle of nowhere, and they come to visit, and they're like, "It's so noisy here. How do you sleep?" And I have a train that goes almost under my house.
Oh, right. Remember that.
Yeah.
My last apartment was right on a train track. It was right by Berks Lanes.
Right?
So the train was right there behind our building.
But after a while,
I didn't
you
hear it
don't-
anymore.
Right.
And you need
First,
it.
like month or two, I was like, "Wow, this
Yeah.
is loud." All I heard is the train.
But then you move away and it's too quiet.
That's exactly what happened. So I moved back.
Move back.
1 year later, I did. That wasn't the reason I moved back, but I did move back exactly 1 year later to a different apartment right around the corner. That was exactly the same. Listen, because my last apartment, the one in between, they were going to make me move whether I renewed my lease or not because they wanted to turn my basement into another bedroom and bathroom. They wanted to make it a 2-bedroom from a 2-bedroom to 3-bedroom. So they were going to kick me out in the meantime.
Nice.
And then if I wanted to stay there and move back
You would have had
in,
to pay more.
yes.
Right. Right.
I'm like, absolutely not. I'm going back to the other place.
Take your extra bedroom in.
Yes. Yep. Exactly. So
What else do we need to talk about?
we have a lot of stuff
There's
here.
a lot of stuff that happened.
I know. And
Yeah. Something kind of scary that happened was in Philadelphia. The highway collapsed.
Yes.
That was crazy.
What was it that happened? It was a truck that caught on fire, right?
Tanker, yeah.
It went
A
off
gas
the road.
truck?
Is that what
Went
happened?
off the road first of all, and went down and caught fire.
Oh, an
And
embankment.
the heat from the fire, because he was carrying fuel,
Oh no, he exploded.
melted everything. The amazing part is that in 2 weeks that highway is going to be open for 6 lanes.
Isn't
And
that
I think
crazy?
that is incredible.
Terrifying. That's
Well,
You
it's
wanna
going to
drive
be.
on that,
It's
though?
going to be.
yeah, that
it's gonna
sounds.
be
I think
that
so,
sounds
though.
Fast.
Well, I think it'll be perfectly safe.
Well-
Because, the technology is there to build these
Right.
better, and we have
Yeah.
such failing infrastructure. I honestly,
It might be better, you think?
well, I feel like Philadelphia should have seen this as an opportunity to go,
It wasn't an old highway.
the
though.
road, well, it wasn't, but I mean, like, in general. I think they needed to look at this and be like, the road